Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I have such an interesting question for you to read on today. I've got the Golden Tarot on the table to read this question. It's not the typical cards I read for this person, but this was a fascinating question. And the question is, and this was from a viewer, so if you have a question, throw your questions down in the comments and you could be the next question that comes out. I wonder, could you do a reading on Harry had Diana lived? Would be totally upright and dignified, or was he just to be a rogue right from the beginning? Are hypotheticals readable? Well, why not? Right? Why not? Let's see, because you can always ask the cards, what if I do point A? What if I do point B? What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do that? You can ask the cards. So let's ask the cards. How would Harry be had Diana lived? I think this is a great question. So anyways, that's why I'm using the Golden Tarot, because we don't know if he'd be sad squirrel had Diana lived, but this is a royal question. So I thought this was a really, really great question. And if you aren't on board with it, you're free to stop the video right now. But I'm kind of interested to see what would happen. So what would Harry's life look like had Diana lived? What would Harry's life look like had Diana lived? That's a great question. Like, was his destiny to have trouble, or was his or was that a pivotal moment in his life that has changed everything? What would Harry be like had Diana lived? What would Harry's life look like had Diana lived? I'm calling in. What would Harry's life look like had Diana lived? Boy, that's a big if, hey? Ooh, 10 of coins in reverse. That's interesting. Right off the hop, the Magician in reverse, 7 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Coins in reverse, the Devil. Okay, I'm going to call it right now. He'd be exactly the same. He's on the exact same path that he look at this Devil here and the 10 of Coins in reverse. He would still reject his family. Maybe it would even be more hurtful if Diana was alive, because what he's doing would be indefensible now. He'd still have a problem with money, because you have to remember he wouldn't have had Diana's inheritance. Then what the hell would he be doing, right? I think his birth path was to create a little bit of havoc. Maybe his birth path is, it's to, just look at that. Ace of Swords upright on the Magician in reverse. Just shake things up. Maybe that's his birth path. Maybe Harry and Charles have some karma to play out that would have happened anyways. Maybe Harry and the royals have some karma to play out that would have happened anyways. Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, him and Diana would be fighting. Oh my goodness. 9 of Wands. Yeah, they'd be constantly battling about the truth, he would be blaming her for so many things. He'd be blaming her. He'd still be, he's Harry. He's Harry. And, he might now be blaming, well, my mother was this, my mother was that, she had so many boyfriends, she was never around. Page of Coins, well, that's him as a child. He would be constantly trying to sell us that his mom was bad. 4 of Cups. Yeah, you know what? I think Harry'd be exactly the same. I think he came here and to live his destiny, And Ace of Cups in reverse was to create lots of tears and sorrow, and with the family. With the devil, Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups here, what's the underlying? The Tower. He was here to be disruptive. End of story. So whether Diana lived, if Diana lived, he would be exactly the same, but blaming Diana instead of his dad. He came here with a chip on his shoulder. With it was always in his destiny to not be in the royal family, or to leave the royal family. Ten of Coins in reverse, the devil, and the Ace of Cups. It was his role in this lifetime is to be disruptive to the royal family, for people to believe his story, to be a victim, to be crying all the time, and to be disrupting of the royal family. Page of Wands in reverse here, to lie a little bit. Two of Coins in reverse, Two of Swords upright, and Strength upright, and the World in reverse. I think he would have been torn about leaving the royal family. But he something in him is, do I stay, do I go, being stubborn, lying about things. But the Tower and Strength card, this isn't Megan, because this wouldn't be Megan. The Strength card in this respect would be the royal family, because this is the Leo card, and Leo is royalty. And with the Tower here, he'd be in and out of the royal family all the time. With the World here, it'd be never ending. Seven of Coins in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. He would definitely still have some kind of drinking or drug problem. At least that's what my sources are telling me. Death in reverse, Eight of Coins upright, Seven of Swords. I'm just looking at this Death card in reverse, Eight of Coins. Would he be constantly threatening them with this Seven of Swords? I'm taking my love. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Would have he died early from an overdose? Right? We have Seven of Coins is ending. That's things that you've put in the ground, but they die on the vine when it's in reverse. It's investments that you make that never pay off, and especially with the Death, the Nine of Cups in reverse here. So that would be end. The only thing is we have the World. It would be an open chapter. With the Eight of Coins here, Seven of Swords. I'm wondering if, had Diana lived, so he'd still be a pain in the butt. He'd still have his addictions. He'd still be on the war path with the royal family. It's just he'd have a different excuse this time. The Star in reverse. He'd refuse to heal. The Chariot, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Coins. I still think he would be fighting with his brother. I still think he would have married somebody who is just as ridiculous. Well, I don't know. I think when you get to ridiculousness, I don't think you can get any lower than rigor mortis face. I honestly don't. I don't think you could get any lower. I think he still would have ended up with a ridiculous wife, and he would still really look up to the Queen. His grandmother would be the biggest part of his life. And interesting here, the Emperor or King of Cups didn't show up. So that just goes to show you, it's no matter what parent is around, he's blaming somebody for his upbringing. He still would have been the closest to Queen Elizabeth. He still would have had a ridiculous wife. He still would have been fighting with his brother. He still wouldn't be listening to anybody. So yeah, what a fascinating question. So is he living out his destiny whether Diana's here or not? Absolutely. Absolutely. That hasn't stopped anything. That's just changed his focus on who he's blaming. Right? Because if Diana had lived, he wouldn't be blaming Charles at all. I didn't see Charles show up. I didn't see um, the Emperor or the King of Cups or, oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. He would have blamed his mother then, because we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse. Would have been all his mother's fault because William is his mother's favorite. And he still would have been fighting with William about that. And he still would have married somebody ridiculous, a drama queen. He still would have married a drama queen, a conniver, someone who's disloyal. I don't know, I can't. I'm tired of talking about her, but he still would have been the queen would have been his steady rock. So very interesting question. So thank you very much for asking that question. That was actually really fun to read. I was really hoping to see like the King of Coins, and maybe the King of Wands, King of Coins, that maybe he would have been a big star in the military and retired with all kinds of medals and done really well. But it looks like he would be still have his broke ass. Right? You just think if Diana lived, he wouldn't have had that inheritance. How would he wouldn't have been able to rent that house in California? But his destiny here was to disrupt the royal family. Whether that's in the media or getting out of the line of succession, we'll see. We'll see. Huh. Great question. Thank you for spending this time with me. I sure appreciate you. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.